Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series of Is the Shrine Worth It? The series where we have a look at the perks and the Shrine of Secrets and see if they're really worth your 2,000 iridescent shards each. Today we actually have a really mixed but pretty strong shrine as far as they go. It's very killer sided though. I'm going to give this shrine a 7 out of 10 because even if it is sided towards the killers, it's still a pretty strong set of perks that we get. We have perks from Nia, the Mastermind, the Lich and Michaela. Those perks are Balance Landing, Terminus, Weave Attunement and Boon Circle of Healing. Let's get into the survivor perks first. Our first survivor perk is Balance Landing. After falling from a height, cat-like reflexes reduce your stagger duration from falling by 75% and reduce the volume of grunts from falling by 100%. You gain 50% haste for a maximum of 3 seconds. Causes the exhaustion status effect for 40 seconds. Balance Landing cannot be used while exhausted. This is what it looks like in game. I'm giving Balance Landing a 9 out of 10 in terms of its strength. It is probably one of the most meta and continuously meta perks in the whole game. Exhaustion perks are fantastic for making chases last longer or just entirely evading the killer. Unfortunately, I don't know why Behaviour thought it was reasonable or fair to put a perk from one of the base game characters into the shrine. You can just get it for free by putting blood points into Nia and you get all 3 of her perks instead as well. So stay well away from this in the shrine, but put it into your builds because it's really strong. Our next survivor perk is Boon Circle of Healing. Press and hold ability 1 near a dull or hex totem to bless it and create a boon totem. Soft chimes ring out in a 24 meter range. Also, they don't say this on the description, but there is like a blue hue around all of your screen. Any survivor within the boon totem's range gets 100% healing speed bonus to heal others. Medkits give no bonus to healing in the boon totem's range. Injured survivors have their auras revealed to all other survivors when inside the boon totem's range. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give Circle of Healing a 7 out of 10. This perk used to be absolutely a 10 out of 10, but they've had to nerf it over long periods of time. Originally, you used to be able to boon up a totem and you could heal yourself with no med kit, no nothing. You could just self-heal within the totem and it was actually quite fast. However, because of the nerfs, this isn't a must-need, must-run kind of perk. It definitely used to be. Since it's been a while since Michaela has been released, I would say that this is not worth picking up in the shrine. Just buy Michaela and you get all 3 of her perks instead. Let's move on to the killer perks. Our first killer perk is Weave Attunement. When an item becomes depleted for the first time, it is dropped. You see the auras of dropped items. Survivors within 12 meters of dropped items have their auras revealed to you. Affected survivors see the item's aura. When a survivor picks up the survivor's item, they suffer from the Oblivious status effect for 30 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. I'm going to give Weave Attunement a 7 out of 10. I think it has the potential to be really strong, but you basically have to run it with Franklin's, and you have to be in a lobby full of people that have stuff in their hands before you even get into the game to know that you're going to get any value out of it. That being said, run it with Franklin's, and Franklin's makes the survivors drop their items when you M1 hit them. So if you run it with that, you basically just get a free little aura reading thing all around the map because items will spread all around, believe me. On top of it being a strong perk and having a really good use, it is from the Lich, and the Lich is licensed. So that means that if you pick this up, you don't have to spend real money on buying the Lich. So 100% pick it up in the shrine. Our fourth and final perk is Terminus. When exit gates are powered, this perk activates. While Terminus is active, injured, downed, and hooked survivors are inflicted with the broken status effect until the exit gates are open. When the exit gates are open, survivors will stay broken for an additional 45 seconds. This is what it looks like. I'm going to give Terminus maybe like a 4 out of 10. It's really not very strong and it feels incredibly niche. The only time that I could see this working is if you had an incredibly late game build and it was only focused around the late game. Whether you think Terminus is strong or not, it is from a licensed killer, so I would say it's 100% worth picking up because you never know in the future they may buff it and they may make it super duper usable. So, to recap, this week we want to pick up both of the killer perks, we want to stay away from both of the survivor perks. Thank you for watching the video, and hopefully we'll be back with an even better shrine next week. See you then!